Hey guys, today we are going to cut down a tree. This is a pear tree that doesn't produce pears anymore, and what little ones that it does, the squirrels get, so it's of no need to me. All it does for me is drops branches on my deck, which is what's going to cause the problem for cutting it down. It's got a slight bend this way, which is good, but I don't want it to go into my neighbor's yard or knock down my cypresses. I obviously don't want it to hit my deck, so what I'm going to do is move all this junk that's in its way, and then I've got 100 feet of rope and a come along, and I'm going to wrap a chain around this big pine tree and use the come along to nurture the tree this direction. So I'm not going to pull it. I'm still going to use, normal chainsaw safe methods to do this, but I'm gonna use the come along to just kind of guide it, let it know which way I want to go. So let's see how we do. Okay, here's what I've got. Big log chain wrapped around the back of the pine tree. Smaller chain up front. Tow hook of the come along. The come along into a rope up to the top of the tree, or as high up as I can get. So if you read about me in the newspaper, then I guess there'll be no more videos. One other side note I wanted to make was this rope is not under tension right now. It's taut, but it's not truly pulling on the tree, because I don't want to do that, because I don't want it to bind up my blade in the kerf. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm trying to make every effort to be safe, but I'm not a professional at this, so shade tree mechanics have to do what they can. So here we go. I wish the doctor could have such precision. She is down. Right where I wanted her. Almost perfect. Well, it was perfect. Now the reason I'm getting rid of this tree, besides what I already said, was right here I'm wanting to put the chicken coop. So once the chicken coop goes in, then this tree would be wedged in here, and I'd never be able to get it out. So I wanted to go ahead and get it done before I get started on the chicken coop. So that's stage one. Then down here there's another tree that I'm getting ready to get. I probably won't show it, but I've not showed on any of these videos on any of my garden updates that I've tilled up a new patch, a bigger garden. This one's going to be huge, relatively speaking, to what I had. It's already started to grow back. This was several weeks ago that I tilled it up. But I don't know what it is, 18 by 30 maybe, 15 by 30. But that tree right there, as you can tell, in the summertime will shade over this garden. Well, so will the other stuff, but this one really bad. So she's got to come down. The only problem I'm going to have with that one is I have power lines here, and it'll hit them if I go straight this direction. So I'm going to have to do the same thing I did over here and pull it. But you know, just like over there, I've got the same issue. It's leaning the direction I don't want it to go. But hopefully I'll have luck twice today. Thanks, guys. Alright, I owe an apology to all the doctors in the world. There I was bragging about the surgical precision of my tree. Well, I'm trying to cut the rope free from around all the branches where it had fallen. And I thought, well, I can cut right next to that rope. I won't hit it. Sure enough. And the worst part is, almost dead center. Brand new rope. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Karma. Alright, this one didn't go quite as well. For one thing, the wood was hard as hell, and it was a much bigger tree. Now, I don't know what kind of tree this is. If anybody can identify it by its bark, I'd like to know. But somebody will tell me it's an endangered tree and I just incriminated myself. But it's a very white wood. But it went, I was pulling it that way, and it went straight for the power lines and swept them a little bit. It hit them, but not enough to bring them down, thank God. But it did hit my raised beds up there, but that's okay. If it breaks them, then I'll just go without raised beds. But this thing is much larger on the ground than I thought it was going to be. So, big bonfire at Jeff's. Well, I believe I'm done for the day. Made fairly good progress de-limbing the one fork, and the bigger branches I'll cut up and stack and season for firewood. The smaller stuff, the branches, that goes to the fire pit. And I have burnt a ton of crap, and it doesn't look like anything's gotten done, but it has, I assure you. But I've not even started with the pear tree. The pear tree, I'll probably, since it's a fruit tree, I'll cut it up and I'll use that for grilling and stuff. That's good for grilling chicken, and I guess chicken's pretty much it. Pork, I guess. But yeah, I like to use the fruit trees, apple trees, peach, pear. Those are excellent for grilling.